Whoa, whoa, whoa. Knife time. Yes, it is. It's knife time. At the Love Them Knives channel. Yeah, it is. And we're looking at something that seems strangely familiar, maybe. And if you've plotted around on DHgate or AliExpress, you've probably seen this knife. And you've thought, damn, it looks good. And yes, it does. It's the District 9 10th Anniversary Edition. Yeah. Got a little carbon fiber insert in there. All around. Titanium frame lock flipper. M390 steel. Ceramic bearings. Wow. Never had my hands on this knife before. But. And here we go with our but. This knife, which is a great picture, right? Yeah, this was the District 9. I did a review on the District 9, not the District 9 10th Anniversary Edition, but the District 9 CTS 204P. I will put a link to that review. And that's a better picture of the knife. You know, the one with the holes in the scale. Yeah. And what's interesting is this seller is saying something that the other sellers did not necessarily, which is Reich produced. So if you're familiar with Reich knives, this one, CTS 204P, nice knife too. I think it used to be like $285. You might still be able to get it for that. And you know, if you go to Blade HQ and type in District 9 or look at the Reich knives, you will see this knife. So, just thought, and then some, when I did that review of the District 9 knife, a person in the comment section, one of the viewers said, how about that 10th Anniversary Edition? How about it? Let's get with it. Really nice. What great action. What a sweet knife. I mean, when I first saw this one, this was before it was released. I saw a picture of it in December of 2016. So about 6 months ago. And I said, yes, I must have one. And now I've got one in my hands, but this is not one that I own. This is on loan. And yeah, it's still on my list. It's still on my list of knives that I must have in my collection, especially now that I actually have my hands on it. Wow, folks. Pretty good detent. Yeah. But boy, that fires right out. God, that's smooth. Let's see. Yeah. Perfectly centered. Big old, look at these. Look at these thumb studs. Oh my goodness. You got jimping on the flipper tab. Thank God. See, it says M390 on here. Yeah, that's the steel they went with on this one. So you can see it just like that. And, you know, even though it's a nice decorative pivot, which it is, you know, you can access it with your Torx. All this hardware here. And I like the little, you know, ceramic ball pocket clip. Nice touch. Very bag-like. And the lockup is, what do you think? 25, 30%? Somewhere in there, pretty solid. No blade play. You know, nothing there. Just really nice. Now, can we, yeah, we can do it that way. Okay. So if you want to use the thumb studs, I don't know. I mean, I'm sitting here looking at this knife going, I don't know that I need the thumb studs. I'm not sure that they really do anything to add to this knife other than they kind of a little bit of bad boy looks. I mean, I mean, is there some equipment that tears people to pieces that looks like that? It just rotates and oh my, I think I've seen this in a movie somewhere in a much larger setting. It's something. Yes, it is. And how the imagination will work. Look at all the milling. Look at all the machine work. I mean, first of all, you're doing all these inserts to put in this really heavily textured carbon fiber, I believe. Yes, it is. I'm going, please don't tell me this G10 right now. No, it's not carbon fiber. But I mean, you're milling along here. You got this, all these edges, top, here, here, flats, inserts, here, 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 and there. I mean, how many passes are you taking? Look at the pocket clip. It's not exactly like they're leaving that alone either. I mean, they're going up here and then bringing that out here so this pin can go in there, or screw. I mean, it's not moving. I'm trying to see if it's really inset into the scale. It looks like it is. So, I mean, you've got a backspacer here, titanium one. You got some jimping on here. You have this incorporated lanyard hole area, which is, you know, integrated into the backspacer and into this handle so it doesn't stick out as a separate item on its own, which is pretty cool because I don't think you need it to stick out there. I mean, I guess it could have. They could have gone out and around a little bit for a lanyard hole, but this is pretty nice. You can thread that through there. It's not that difficult. But then you got the machining here. These cutouts here. Whew. I'm getting worn out just looking at all that. That's some work there, folks. Now you don't have, well, I mean, these cutouts here, they're really not adding any. If you push hard, you can kind of feel them, but no. So up here is where you're getting that, and this is not really a forward position here. You could do that, I guess, if you wanted to. I'm not getting cut doing this, but I don't know. But yeah, you can go forward on this, and that's meaningful. So what do we got? Kind of a bead blasted stonewash finish on this blade. I'd say stonewash. Real kind of real, not a heavy stonewash, but it's stonewash. And the scales, same way. Stonewash. Like the look of it though. What a good looking knife. And it's not a small knife. It's like 3 3/4. Yeah, blade is at least 3 3/4, which is about 96 millimeters. Overall, about 22, almost 22 centimeters, and it's 8 5/8 overall. So it's a pretty good size knife. Let's get the blade stock here. I think it's around, yeah, it's 4. It's a little over 4 millimeter, right at 4. Without making too much of a fuss, 0.157 thickness on that. So, not bad. Let's see if I can tear up his knife with my steel calipers. He'll have a damn heart attack. It's not my knife, but so I'm not going to worry about it. 16.43. 0.63. So yeah, pretty fat, isn't it? 0.63 of an inch. Yeah, that's a lot of width here. Pretty thick titanium scales here. Like I said, jimping on the flipper tab, ceramic bearings, Here's where your detamp ball comes into play, and passed. How does it drop from there? Great. You know, this is one of those knives where you can bring it past the detamp ball real easy and then drop it from there. So this works really well like that. Oh my God, I like it when knives are like that. Sometimes the knife, you can release it, but it doesn't break over there, and you're afraid to bring it beyond where it comes into the contact with that detamp ball, because then you're afraid you're gonna slam it down on your hand. Just like that, almost. Almost. And here you can comfortably ease it over. So it's a lot easier to do like that. Yeah, this is, oh man, the action's really good on this one. From China, folks. From China. Jimping here. Jimping here. Jimping out here. Nice little, oh, it feels good in the hand. Feels good in the hand. Good size knife for EDC, 3 3/4, 8 5/8, but it'll fill your hand up. You can see where the blade stop is. Wow, those thumb studs are something, aren't they? Oh, it's a mess. It's a mess, and it comes. You know, I have a Reich 1508 that's blue, and I've done a review on that. And it's got this kind of symbol on its pouch too. So I guess that's the way they do that. And it comes in a pouch like this. So that's pretty cool. Nothing much more than that, but that's it. And then, you want to know, 180 something grams. So it's 6.5 ounces. It's not light. 184 grams. Yeah, it's heavy duty. 6.5, 8 5/8 inches long total. 6.5 ounces. Whew. Yeah, that's a chunk of change, but man, it feels good. It's not ridiculous heavy. So, you know, this one, I saw this seller, I think this is Decoria. For some reason, I'm not seeing his name on here, but I know when you pull it up, it shows it. In any case, 265, I guess it was app only, 262. So if you use the mobile app, not bad. Guess he's only got one review posted on it, but really good looking knife. Here's your millimeters if you didn't get that when I was going over it. And kind of a little ditty about the original version, etc. And what I thought was maybe kind of interesting, there's some other pictures of the knife. This shows the hardware. And this shows a breakout of, you know, you've got your pivot screw and pin, and you know, shows your bearings, your backspacer, that kind of stuff. So I thought you'd be interested. This is a cool knife. I've really thought, you know, for $265, you got M390, you got carbon fiber inset, you got a lot of machining work, ceramic bearings. You know, for $265, that's not a bad deal. I think that's not a bad deal. I mean, there's a lot of knives out there that are 300 plus in that category. And this, you know, you've got a nice milled clip. I just love the design. There's just something about it that I really like. I really do. And I know that there were a couple of viewers that asked me questions about if I was going to get this, put this up on my channel. And I'm so thankful to Tony for sending the knife to me. So yeah, so I can show it to everybody, and you know, I can't flip a knife, can I? I just keep going like this. That detent's pretty strong. I mean, it's not ridiculous strong. And another thing to note as well, it flips really well. It's a frame lock flipper, but look at the frame part here, the lock bar, okay? And then there's a lot of extra knife here. So this lock bar is not putting your fingers in a uncomfortable, you know, just the way you just, it's strange how a knife will be designed where when you grab it with your hand and you put your hand in a comfortable position to flip it, look at where my fingers lay. Not up here, not putting a lot of pressure up here where the detent ball is making connection. Back here further, flips really well. So even when you're gripping it and I mean, some of them, it's like you got to get your fingers off of there. You got to get everything away from the lock bar to flip it. With this one, no. It still flips great no matter, you just grab it naturally. And that's really nice. It's nice to have a knife that when you just grab it naturally with your hand, you're not impeding the action here. Now, detent wise, and you know what? This jimping here is almost worthless. It's really not that effective. You're pretty much touching it up here. And that's smooth as butter, folks. It really is. But, oh, it flips. I mean, it doesn't take a lot. Push button, no problem. Yeah, light switch. I mean, you know, either way, that comes out really well. I would say, well, let's give it a shot. Okay. Yeah, the detent... the detent's pretty good. Detent's pretty good. Yeah, because nah, just give it up. Give it up. In any case, yeah, detent's pretty strong. I'd say a 7. You know, 1 to 10. 1 being falls out of the handle like that, and 10 being you're gritting your teeth. This is a 7. It's nice. It flows. Once you overcome the detent, it pretty much, it's tough to fail. So that might be of interest to you as well. And I don't know if I need to deface his knife, but I will. Let's see if this M390, oh yeah. Oh yeah. Okay, yeah. Yes, it does. It cuts very nicely. Nice sharp edge. Yeah. I don't know if he touched this up. I don't think so. I think this is the factory edge on this. So, amazingly wonderful. Yep, it's moved up a couple notches on my list of must-haves. This, you know, it looks so beautiful, and I wanted it so bad. And then, you know, you ever have those times where you don't have like unlimited money? Just saying, you know what I mean? Okay, so, wow, yeah, I think this would be probably one of my favorite knives in my collection if I had this knife. The Kevin John New Concept I've got the KJ, I think I got the KJ Icebreaker still, but this one, and yeah, I mean, I've got, you know, some other knives. The Riot Future is sweet. But you know what? This, you can carry. $265. You can carry this. The Future's double that price. So, yeah, this is just like, wow. A knife that is a joy to have in your hand. And you know, it's as affordable as a ZT, you know, and you got ZT knives that you might be throwing in your pocket using, so, as an EDC, so, that's pretty sweet. That's pretty sweet right there. I know it's kind of unbranded, I guess, although I'm saying this looks like it's it's Reich knife related somehow. The other one obviously is, so, you know, if you want to throw in information in your comments about that, That's a good point. I don't know. There was some discussion there, and I don't know. You know, so they're saying 10th anniversary because the District 9 concept or original design is 10 years old. So how that goes down the road, and I don't know the background of that. But some of those China knife bloggers might kick in the comment section, and that would be helpful. Just saying. What do you think, boys? I think it's all right. I really do. Beautiful knife, great action, good heft. Like the textured carbon fiber on here, gives you good grip. Everything about this knife, I like. I really do. Thank you so much for joining me. You know what we do? We love them knives. Stay sharp.